Welcome to this week's session with the Putnam County District Library, the Guiding Ohio Online Grant. This week we are looking at an AI tool called Meta. This project is supported in whole or part by the Federal Institute of the Museum and Library Services funds. It's granted through the State Library of Ohio. The opinions expressed herein do not necessarily reflect the position or policy of IMLS or the State Library of Ohio, and no official endorsement by either agency should be inferred. So before we start, let's first just and have a little bit of a discussion here about Meta AI and the fact that it's a generative artificial intelligent assistant integrated across platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. It's also available as a standalone web app at ai.meta.com. There's many different ways to look at this tool in terms of how it can be used. One is in a conversational format in terms of being an AI that you can actually have a conversation back and forth with, and then it also can be used as an image generator. You can create content with it. It has real-time information that you could ask. It is cross-platform integrated as well as hardware integrated. One thing to keep in mind is you cannot completely remove Meta AI from your phone. You can mute or minimize its presence on some platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. To do this, you would tap the Meta AI icon that you see, and then the information, that blue eye, and you would then select mute. That would be turning that off in terms of when you're putting something into your phone, it would then be muting what the meta information is that would be given to you. So let's take a look at it. If you go to meta.ai, this is what you're going to see. Notice up here in the corner is where my login is at. So I would simply click on login. I, at that point, can create an account using an email address, or I can connect it directly with my Facebook, my WhatsApp, whatever application you then choose. After you are logged in then, you will now have, if you notice, my login is gone, and I now have over here on the side anything that I have done in terms of my history, and I have my home, which is where I am at, my discover, and my notifications. So let's first start off with something fairly simple. I'm going to ask for it. Provide me step-by-step directions for making macaroni and cheese. I had done something similar with the, you can see on the side where it had peanut butter sandwiches. And I'm even going to put with pictures. And I'm going to hit the send the message. So here is what I get when I'm doing that. It's providing me with my ingredients, my instructions, my tips, my variations, and then additional information. The one thing to make note of, you do see here, it is not giving me any images. So it's a text-based AI, so I can't have the ability to provide images. But here's what I will tell you. When I went to peanut butter sandwich, At this point, I was given an image. Now notice my image does have bananas on it as well, which I never once mentioned in my description of what I was asking for. But it did then provide me down here at the bottom where they felt that I could maybe add images if I would choose to with my directions. Let's go back, and we're going to go back an arrow back here to my previous version, and I'm just going to keep going back. Or I can then um, simply close this up, and I'm back here at my new end, making a new conversation. At this point, I am going to ask for, and notice down here at the bottom, I have where I have images. So I'm going to click here on images, and I am going to simply add and create an image. So I would like an image of a beach with people swimming and playing ball in the water. And let's see what we get. So I click here, and it's going to go out. It's going to search. It's going to give me some images here. Notice I get several images that it brings across. So then at this point, I would simply click on one of these images. And now notice here, I have all of these different styles that pop up here on the side. So I can simply click on one of these, see what I get in terms of how the image appears and looks differently. Notice, once again, it's doing this little thinking spinning here. And now I get what is kind of looks more like a cartoon. I think, which one did I click on? The one that's called Dough. So it's kind of made to look a little more like you would find with Play-Doh. And I can also then regenerate, or I can simply say animate. And again, I'm going to get some animation with my image. This does take a little bit more time usually when I'm going out looking at for the animation part of things. And I'm going to simply wait till I get this image to pull up. And now notice I have some movement and animation with my image. I'm going to go back here. Simply, I'm going to close this up. And notice now on my screen, here I have what I have been doing, because I simply clicked on my X here at the top, and now I am getting all of the 3 different categories of images that I'd asked for. So I'd asked for just a basic picture. Then I picked one of the different styles that I could change that image to, and then I had clicked on the animate. So today we have looked at briefly what you can do with just kind of the start or only touching the surface with the Meta AI, and how you can ask it to um, help you with something, provided me with some step-by-step directions, and how we can do some fun kind of different things with images while it goes out and searches the web and finds those images for us. Keep in mind, this project was supported in whole or part by the Federal Institute of Museum and Library Services funds, and it's granted to the State Library of Ohio. I hope everyone has a fantastic week. See you next week.